My name is Kim Stanley, and I am the instructor of the online Health 210 course. I just wanted to take a minute to go over a few quick things. I got a little cheat sheet here I'm going to refer to so that I do not ramble too much and take up too much of your time, but just a few high points that I want to mention. First and foremost, this course is in Canvas. It is an online course, solely online, so there's no in-class or in-person commitment to the course. And the course is asynchronous, which means that you are going to be able to work on the course at your own pace. You're going to have deadlines, you're going to have due dates, which you have to meet, but you can do that work on your own time. So you're able to kind of schedule that as what fits best for you. But the important thing is that you do schedule that you go ahead and plan ahead of time and work this course into your schedule. Now, when you go to the course in Canvas, you're going to see that it's going to be set up like your other courses online at LMU. We have a template which we follow at LMU so that the experience is going to be the same or very, very similar for all courses, and with the hopes that makes things a lot easier on our students as they navigate through. But when you go there in Canvas, you're going to find the syllabus. And syllabus is very important. Of course, it's going to give you the course policies, the objectives, those types of things. And it's also going to give you a list of assignments that are due for the semester. And another thing it's going to give you is going to be the due dates for those semesters. You're also going to have your grading scale, your points distribution, all those good and important things. But one thing that you're going to want to do is for those dates, for those due dates, I want you to go ahead and make note of all those, however it is that it works best for you. If you use your calendar on your phone, on your computer, if you have a desktop calendar, whatever it is that works best, go ahead and make note of all those due dates so that you know what's coming down for the whole rest of the semester. And as you go through the syllabus, another thing you're going to see is going to be information for your textbook. And your textbook is required for this course. And you have required textbook readings in your course. And basically, you're going to be reading a chapter a week, give or take. There are going to be some later in the semester when you're going to have that's going to double up, but you're basically going to have a chapter a week that you're going to be required to read. And so you're going to want to go ahead and stay ahead of that reading because sometimes it can take a bit of time to navigate through those chapters, to take notes. Another thing that you'll find once you get out of the syllabus, but you're in Canvas, you're going to see that that's going to be broken into modules. And there are going to be 16 modules because there are 16 chapters in the textbook. So it's going to follow along with how the textbook is set up. And once you get into those, what you're going to find is there are going to be chapter outlines for each chapter, and those are going to be things that you can give or take. If you want to use those, you can. It's your decision. But what I have found and what I've gotten feedback about from students is that those outlines are very helpful for when it comes time to study for the tests and for the final exam. So those outlines really help you work your way through the chapter. They give you space to take notes on all the topics. And so they're just good things to have. So I encourage you, as you go through each chapter, to use those outlines to go ahead and take your notes and to kind of set yourself up for success in the future. Now, I mentioned that there are 16 chapters in the course, and each chapter is going to have its own assignment. And what that's going to be is it's going to be either an essay or short answer. We call them essay questions in here, response, or a quiz. Now, the quizzes are going to be timed, one attempt on those quizzes. And for the essay responses, those are going to be responses in your own words. So you're going to do those in your own words. What you're going to want to do is typically there are going to be 4 questions for each set of essay questions. And when you respond to those, please make sure you number them. So when you answer number 1, please make sure that you put number 1 beside of your response. And don't respond to those essay questions. If there are 4 of them, don't respond to them in the form of just one giant paper. While that may be really good and it might read really well, it gets very cumbersome for grading, and sometimes it's hard to completely tell if you're really getting the finer points of what a question's asking. So please respond to each question individually. And for most of your chapters, you're also going to have a discussion board assignment. And that discussion board assignment is going to consist of responding to the initial prompt and then responding to 2 other classmates. And there are rubrics for the essay questions and for the discussion board assignments that are going to be found in Canvas. I'm going to refer to my cheat sheet and find a couple other things. Typically, your assignments are going to be due on Mondays at 11:59. One that's going to be a little bit different this semester is going to be on the MLK weekend. So that Monday is going to be a holiday, and then the assignments will be due that Tuesday. So that one's going to be a little bit off. But for your test, you're going to have 5 tests, one for each unit. So there are 5 units in the course, and your tests are going to be due on the Friday of the testing week at 11:59 p.m. And along with the test, there's going to be a unit discussion board post. And that's going to kind of be just like all of your chapter discussion board posts, but it's going to be a little more robust. And there also is a cumulative final exam in the course. Now, as we move along, a couple other things about how the modules are organized. Now, I said there are 5 units in the course. At the beginning of the first chapter of each unit, there's going to be an overview video, and these are going to be in the instructor info section in the modules. But there's going to be an introductory video for the unit itself. So it's going to tell about which chapters are going to be covered, some of the high points that we're going to cover in each of the chapters. And then in the final chapter of a unit, there's going to be basically a review video. And then that review video, essentially what I do is I pick like one major thing from each chapter and discuss that in further detail. So that's always something you can look ahead at if you're working on a chapter that's early in a unit and you want to say, hey, I want to see if we talk about this in that last video. Look at that and see if that's something that's covered. And it might be helpful when you're working, when you're reading through the chapter, when you're working on your essay or your essay questions or on your quiz. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? There is in the course, there's going to be a project. It's going to be due later on in the semester, but just a heads up about it right now. That project's going to be a diet analysis project, diet and activities analysis project. It's going to span a week of data tracking. So you're going to track data and activities for a week. And you're going to be responsible for choosing the program in which you use. I know a lot of students already use programs. Some of our student athletes are already using programs that their coaches are having them use. And so I give you the freedom to research and use your whatever program that you choose. And there's some information about this in the project information section, so you can refer to that and kind of get some ideas. But what you're going to do is you're going to track that diet, track those activities, and then you're going to analyze the data. There's going to be reports that you're going to need to submit. There are going to be discussion questions that you're going to have to answer, and all those are they're all about data analysis. A lot of times students get a little bit caught up and say, you know what, my diet's not that great. It was an off week. I wasn't doing a lot of activity. This looks bad. This doesn't look like it's going to be a good grade. That's not what the grade is based on. The grade is based on how you can look at that data and interpret it, analyze it, and make decisions and make kind of predictions and make changes based on what that data is showing. So that's what the project is looking at. And one thing that I recognize and I have the utmost respect for is that there are students for whom tracking their diet is not quite the best idea for them at whatever stage they find themselves during this course. And if that's where you find yourself, there are some alternatives for the project, and you'll see those in the instructions. You're still going to be creating all those things for 7 days. You're still going to be analyzing data. You're still going to be answering the same questions, but it's a different approach to the project. So you're going to have different scenarios for characters, and you're going to set up diet and activities for them, and it removes yourself from the equation. So that is an option that is offered with the project. So I just want to put that on your radar. Again, it's not due till later on in the semester, but it's something that you don't want to forget about because it takes time to complete it. It's going to be, a week long of tracking, and then plus you're going to have time to analyze it, get everything together, to answer the discussion questions. So it does take a little bit of time. Now, a few other quick things as we get started. There is a student orientation section that starts off in Canvas. I want you to go ahead and work through that and read through that and work through that. And obviously that's where this video is found, but there's also going to be 2 assignments that are going to be found in this section. There's going to be a student orientation quiz, and there's also going to be a an introduction or a bio post, a student bio post discussion board. And both of those assignments are for extra credit. They are the only extra credit in the course. So you're going to want to do those. That student orientation quiz, that's just going to be based on the information that's in that section and on the syllabus. It's going to be worth 10 points. Take that quiz until you earn all 10 points. So if you get 8 the first try, take it again till you get all 10. So I want you to get all those. And then for the introduction post, just introduce yourself, whatever it is that you're comfortable sharing with the group. And with the class, we're trying to get to know each other. We're trying to get used to how the discussion board works. We're trying to get used to those interactions, and not only make your introduction post, but also you need to respond to 2 other classmates. So that's going to be worth 5 points, and very, very easy points to earn. You want to do that. You will start yourself off very much in the good, the semester points wise. So we want to go ahead and do that. And then once you get those completed, once you go on to reading chapter 1, because the first essay assignments are going to be due pretty soon around, and that's going to be based on your chapter 1 readings. So you want to go ahead in that textbook, get your textbook ordered if you haven't yet, but go ahead and begin those chapter 1 readings. If you have any questions at all as we move through things, I know I just hit you with a lot of information and I hit you with it really fast, but if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help. I want to see you all succeed, and I want to work with you through this semester. If you have any questions, reach out. Email is the best way to get me. If we need to schedule a conversation time, we can and we will. So I look forward to a successful semester. Look forward to getting to know all of you all. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much.